Alright, what's up guys? It's kind of late. I'm going to make a short like 3 or 4 minute video real quick on how to basically make a 9-volt battery connector for a Power Commander 3. I'm pretty sure this will work for all of the Power Commanders. The only difference is a lot of the new Power Commanders have the harness built in and then you just order a connector, but you can still jump it. So we'll get to that in a minute. It's late, it's like, I don't know, 10:30 or so. I'm still out here working on the R6, trying to figure this thing out. I got a buddy of mine dropped his bike off. We're going to put spark plugs in it tomorrow, and then me and him really want to go out and ride tomorrow, and I really want to take the R6. So I'm going to stay up late, try and figure this out, and then start it first thing in the morning. But I need to power my Power Commander without the bike running because it's late. It's like 10:30, and this bike's really loud. It's straight piped with dual tips, so it's really loud. As you can see right now, like nothing's connected, the bike's off, yada yada yada. But there's a way you can power your Power Commander with a 9-volt battery. Now they do make a connector that you can buy that plugs into here and it already goes to this and you don't have to, rig something. But I had this stuff laying around the house and I didn't feel like ordering a $13 connector and waiting on it. So things you're gonna need: 9-volt battery, extent, like it's just a lead. You can buy these in a pack of like 10 on Amazon for like $6. I had a bunch from some 18-volt mods I do to my guitars. And then you're going to need a couple pins. Now you can pick these pins up at the part store. I had them laying around. These specific ones that I'm using are LS, any generation LS. They're EV6 or USCAR injector like wire clips. You can get them from the part store. They come for injector clips like this for cars. We use them to build harnesses for our race cars. I just happen to have them laying around the house. Now these pins are a little big, but what you can do is I put the end of these in a crimp tool like this. And then, let me set the GoPro down and I'll show you how I did this. And then I literally just stuck it in there, pressed down a little bit, and that was just enough to squeeze the pin so it fits on the pins that go into the connector right there. So then all you're going to do, I have the fancy tool for this somewhere, right here. These are like fancy crimp tools if you're actually trying to make like a harness and you want the crimp to be super, super strong. But then you just take the 9-volt wire lead, you stick it in there, and then you just crimp it shut. And then red, bottom left is your power, top right is your ground. And then you're going to take a 9-volt battery and then just clip it in there. Let me set the GoPro down real quick. You take a 9-volt battery, you just clip it in. You set the 9-volt battery down. And as you can see, my Power Commander is now on permanently. So the Power Commander will stay on as long as you leave the 9-volt battery connected. You are only going to want to do this for diagnostic purposes, or if you want to take the Power Commander out of the bike, or if you want to load maps into it without the bike running, something like that. You don't want to leave the 9-volt battery connected all the time. So what's going to happen is when you start the bike, it might, I'm not sure, but it might backfeed power because the Power Commander is powered by the bike itself too. So, and that's only a 9-volt battery. So I don't know if it would backfeed or if it would like, whatever the case, but don't leave it connected all the time. This is just for diagnostic purposes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the bike in diag mode and show you that this is correctly working, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, so we've got the bike in diag mode. If you don't know how to do that for an R6, just look it up. It's really easy. I'm not gonna explain that in this video, but like I said, you can see the Power Commander is still on and running. The bike is in diag mode. Diag mode 1 in this bike is throttle position. So as you can see, these are supposed to be between 15 and 17 and idle. Mine's close enough. If I crack the throttle open, it goes to 97 and everywhere in between. So you know my TBS and TPS signal are working. Just to show you, it is live on the screen. It's a little delayed, but yeah. So that all works. But yeah, so that if you do it this way, then you can power your Power Commander without the bike running. And then you can do all the stuff you need to do in the computer, get everything situated, and then you don't have to wake up your neighbors at 10:30 at night with your really loud bike. So if you've got any questions, hit them in the comments below. This is a pretty straightforward process. You just literally connecting 2 wires. But if you're in a pinch and you do this in a hurry, something happens, whatever the case may be, you don't want to buy the harness, whatever it is, you can probably get this done out of spare parts you have laying in your garage. You don't have to use pins like I used. You could literally use, I don't know if I have any laying around somewhere. Like, you could do this with, you know, just general jumper connectors that you get at the parts store. You don't have to do it off a 9-volt battery either. Obviously, the box is good for up to 14 volts because the stator normally charges in this bike between like 13.3 and 13.8 when the bike's running. So obviously the box can handle up to 14 volts. So you could do this with a car battery. You could jump it however you want. The key thing is just remember that the positive goes in the bottom left and the negative goes in the bottom right. You don't want to get them backwards. I'm assuming this box isn't fused and it can't handle reverse polarity. I'm sure it'll kill a capacitor or something in the box and you'll kill your power commander. But as long as you know that the bottom left is the power and the top right is the ground, you can power it with any 12 volt to 14 volt source that you've got laying around your house. Car battery, lawnmower battery, 9-volt battery. Wouldn't do like a AA battery or anything, probably doesn't have to just turn the box on, but anything between 9 and 13 volts should start the box just fine. So good luck. If you got any questions, like I said, hit me in the comments below and we'll see you in the next one.